Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, you're getting bonus footage now
Yes.
of Draft Beer episode for 5 and a half. So, basically what that means is that we lost.
Yeah, if you watch the last one, it doesn't take real long.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you watch the draft, you don't really need to watch the episodes so bad because the draft will tell you everything you need to know about what went wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
You knew like we knew that.
Well,
That was
you
around
probably
then.
knew, like, 4th pick that we were in trouble. We didn't realize until about the 2nd, 3rd pack.
Once I realized that we had passed the precursor golem.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, it did. Everybody knows it.
There are
1,000 things.
a number of great picks. This is an excellent pack.
Jeez. Yeah.
That Mother gives you a big old fat infector for 4.
But you are on a clock.
But yeah, puts on a clock. This guy, I said I would never pass again.
Right. And I think that's the pick.
And that probably is the pick.
Tiny Strike, of course, is also up there.
And of course the Mirror.
Burning Impure.
God.
Plague Mirror. Morbid Plunder is nice. But I think we can take
it's the Meldalca Anonymous.
The only question being, can we play it well enough to make it as awesome as it is?
I don't know. But
we cannot let them play it that well.
I can guarantee we won't play it as well as that guy we played against. Because he was...
Oh my god.
He should have been Player of the Year.
Really? Maybe he was.
He probably was.
Gruesome Encore, I don't know what that does, but it looks crappy.
Yeah, it's not
great.
It pulls a card out of the graveyard and lets you run it in once and then exiles it.
Sphere of the Sun gives you its acceleration.
Yep.
Sky Hunter, if we because if we're going blue, then
Spin Engines.
Spin
Engines is just fun. It's just fun.
Spin Engine is fun.
I kind of like the Sky Hunter though.
Kind of go for a blue-white flyer deck.
Well, I don't know. It's too early.
Right.
But a white 2/2 flyer for 2 is always a good deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
We wouldn't regret.
I'm not seeing anything else here that makes me
say. But I'm telling you right now, though, if we've passed how many Infectors already? I mean, we could have taken an Infector last time. We could have taken Infector this time. I'm just saying we've got 2 rounds with no Infect. Assuming that's what I'm saying, you know.
Right. So we have to go non-infect, I guess, then just...
Maybe. I'm just saying, you know, we need to be aware.
It's costly.
Yep.
Card drawing, but also very powerful card drawing. That would be a possibility. Virulent Wound is...
Core Prowler.
Core
Prowler.
Well, but still. Just because we, you know.
Right.
Grant, we are not...
The Keeper, if we're not going to infect.
Nice.
It's really nice to have one of those.
Yep.
What's the best card there? I don't think we... Because we could even splash the Infuser. And that's the only card that or the Anatomist, not the Infuser.
What's the best card?
Yep.
I'm thinking for what they do,
Quickly.
the best card is the Core Prowler.
Well, we're taking it.
Okay. Here, I am sorely tempted, and I know this would get us into 3 colors, but I'm not saying we're dedicating anything to take the Marauder.
The Vanguard Marauder?
Yep. If you are not playing against an Infector and you get him out, a lot of times it's game, because you're gaining so much life that they can never beat you.
Right. Okay.
What
I can see that.
Galvanoth do?
Oh. It's...
Look at the top card. Your library of is search you may cast without paying its mana cost.
Yeah. It looks like a tick.
It does look like a tick.
I really think Marauder is the pick at this point.
Okay. Another Core Prowler. But that's only our second Infector.
Okay, if we are going blue, Gust Skimmer is decent.
Yeah.
Oculus is decent. Treasure Mage, if we went like a blue-green kind of ramp deck, trying to get to our big beef, we could play a large...
If we see a large artifact, we can
Right.
play it. Sure.
I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to say Corporaler. Why?
Okay.
Because when it dies, you proliferate.
Mm-hmm.
The Veldelica Anonymist is already going to have counters out there, hopefully,
So
in theory.
Should we go with it?
Go for it, whatever.
So that, if nothing else, could speed the demise of others.
Right.
Who cares, right? I mean, what the fuck?
Serum Raker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the mirror set. I like that 3/4 Trampler guy, too,
Right.
just to have. Flyer.
But,
Yeah, 3/2 flyer is pretty good.
Here, maybe the Emissary.
Either the Emissary or the Gust Skimmer.
Yeah.
I guess I could also see taking Vivisection.
Right.
You would.
I think the Emissary.
Yeah.
Because I do think after this round, when we get into the Scars packs, I could see this being kind of that deck where you get Alpha Tyrannex and you get Molder Beast and you go
Sure.
for that green beef.
Right.
And so he might help us rush to that.
Like the Pista Strike there, or...
I could see either Pista Strike or the Quicksilver Geyser.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Votes? Bob?
Well, the Geyser is expensive. Pista Strike is situational. I say the Geyser.
George?
I'm good with either.
Okay. Go with the Geyser.
I would probably go with the Counterspell.
I would go with the Counterspell.
Counterspell
Even over the Tiny Strike, I would say Counterspell.
I don't think we're going to go into white. I would not mind
Let's hope
removing
not.
from the board.
Just because he's on color?
I don't know.
I don't.
Worst case scenario,
Sure.
if we had to put something in our deck, I wouldn't hate playing him.
Wow, Mirror
we
Metal
take the
this
Mirror
deep.
Metal.
Right.
Wow.
And Vivisection.
Sure.
And
Whoa.
Nice
Hey!
Lake Gust Skimmer. Which we really wouldn't mind. Cost to count.
Sucks.
Yeah, I won't fight you on that one. Maybe if you had like a Circle of Protection black.
I miss those. I miss the Circles of Protection. The game was much simpler then.
Remember back in the day, John,
dang
when we
it.
thought that it was
Oh,
if
you really screwed the pooch on that.
I did.
What'd you do?
He exited
After I
show
hit all this stuff, then
well, Inexorable Tide is interesting. Steady Progress, also interesting.
to me, it's Silvark
Yeah.
Replica.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, regardless.
Right.
I'm just saying, for
Well,
what...
it's Skyhill
those-
School.
Skyhill School has a lot going for it.
Yep.
Solar Replica has a lot going for it. Given what we're talking about, Inexorable Tide actually has... Whenever you cast a spell,
Right.
Proliferate is pretty boffo. But yeah, go for the removal. We need removal. It's either that or the Rustic.
Right. I would
It's
rather
removable.
destroy it than...
Yep.
Yeah. I
Didn't pin it.
Yep.
And it pairs well also with the Marauder. Like, you sacrifice that, destroy 2 artifacts, and you're gaining
Sure.
10 life. This is not a real strong pack.
Disperse?
What the hell?
Maybe.
Or I guess you could take the Grafted Exoskeleton.
We could.
Yeah, the Disperse my table.
Take the Grafted Exoskeleton.
Yep.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's an annoying card.
Right. Might not make our deck, but...
Right.
But I wasn't seeing much else there, with the
Yeah.
possible exception of the Disperse that might make the deck. So
I'm almost tempted to take the Glenhawk to keep fuckers from taking it.
Darksteel Juggernaut, maybe?
The thing I don't like about him is his power and toughness are equal to our artifacts. I don't know how many...
He's
I
always
end
a
up
1/1.
with. Monomere that are off color.
Yeah.
I think we take a Monomere. I really think we're going to get some more
Some
green
tougher
beef, and we
creatures.
need something to ramp to it.
Sure,
Fair
sure.
enough.
Red or black?
Red.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we
Because
see
we
a
could-
Galvanic Blast,
Right.
we'll want
We
it.
could splash a Galvanic, and we're probably not going to splash a...
Right. Semblance, or the Palladium Mirror
Yeah,
might
that-
be the pick there.
That's a tough one.
Dark Slick Drake
Dark Slick Drake. So
I-
really between those two.
I'd probably go with the Dark Slick Drake.
for the flyer.
It's a flyer and it gets us a card.
Right.
Yeah,
And it stops our flyers from getting in.
yeah.
Palladium Mirror would be nice to...
Oh, absolutely.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Riddle.
Golden Foundry.
I almost think Blight Mamba. Not because of the infect, but
It's
because...
a chump blocking.
Right, he can
Feed.
hold off until
Sure.
we get to
sure.
that non-existent... Since we
And
only have
to
one...
that monster
one
that we have
background.
we have in mind that's not
Yeah, the
materialized.
Okay, but
theoretical...
I'm
beef.
telling you, if Golden Foundry comes around again, we have to take it.
Okay.
Just trust me. God, look at that.
Um,
That's a tough call.
Second, Blight Mamba, Untamed Might.
Untamed Might. Untamed Might
You
has
don't-
never
as
been
a-
bad for you guys.
As opposed to Turn to Slag or the Volshock.
We aren't playing red.
But you want somebody else to play that against
We
us?
also aren't playing hardly any. Do we have any equipment?
Not yet. Well, we have Grafted Exoskeleton, which we won't.
Probably
Right.
won't play.
But
I mean,
the Volshock at least.
But Untamed Might, if you're not infect, is...
It's not as powerful, but it still saves creatures. You guys have done so many tricks with it. It has been the MVP of how many games?
Yeah.
Take the frickin' Untamed Might.
Surcharge?
I actually think I like the Turn Aside better. Or the Memora side, because I actually think it's a badass card. As
But
witnessed
we're
by
not
my
playing black.
comment. Yeah, but you can splash it. It's only one black.
Strider Harness. Surcharge.
Turn Aside.
Turn Aside.
Man, we just don't have the artifacts to support a Surtark, but I really hate somebody else to get it.
Right.
They probably are going to play blue, though, so he's probably not going to be out there.
You know, at this point, turn aside. I say let's go with a theme. Let's take some fucking counter spells.
Okay.
Um,
We have another turn aside. We have Liquid Metal Coating. If we did need...
I really like the liquid metal coating if we can get a few more things to destroy artifacts.
Right. A Wall of Tangled Cord also
yeah.
can be decent.
But I also like to turn aside to make their... we've not seen a lot of removal.
Mm-hmm. So
Turn aside is anti-removal.
Right.
Right. Let's take it.
Okay.
I mean, there's an argument for the wall just to buy some time to get our alleged beef out there.
Flight Spellbomb?
Yeah, Flight Spellbomb.
Yep.
Just a cycle. Maybe Plated Strider.
Sure. Nothing else with the deck. So,
Sun
Yep.
Chaser.
yep. There we take sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Golden Urn.
Wow, we didn't see
any of that beef that
any of that beef we were really hoping to find.
We got one pack left.
Well, who knows?
we do have a couple nice,
We have some good flyers.
Yeah. couple nice flyers in
Yeah.
there, but I would not say we have a strong
No.
deck at this point.
No. But do we ever?
We usually lose very quickly.
Yeah. Sometimes we're better off when we don't have a strong deck.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Oh, well, there's the flesh allergy. Galvanic Blast.
Right.
Well,
Perilous Mirror.
I would say either probably Perilous Mirror, Trigon of Rage, or Galvanic Blast, and I think probably Galvanic Blast.
I think so too.
Yep.
It is worth splashing for.
Yep.
Apparently our choice was easier because we didn't get anything really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot to pick from.
But that means maybe we're going to get a good card from
Yeah.
No.
not on color.
Yeah. Whoa, dude. How did
Silvok.
Right. Another Silvok.
Nurok Invisimancer?
That'll wheel.
Oh, man. Sometimes, but
Copper Mirror.
Something probably will, but I
that
think we
will
take
not.
the
Yeah.
Silvok.
I
Yep.
agree.
With luck, the mirror will.
Mirror
Okay.
Propagator.
Mirror Propagator, Alpha Tyrannex, and a Tumble Magnet. Alpha
Wow.
Tyrannex is getting us toward what I thought the deck would be. Mirror Propagator buys you time.
And eventually overwhelms your opponents. And we desperately don't want somebody else to be playing that against us because it makes us horribly nervous.
But we could kill it with any of our 3-drops. Or our Galvanic Blast.
Provided that we can use them before he starts propagating.
Right.
Which we've never
Do we
accomplished.
dare give up a Tumble Magnet?
Honestly, I think that it's more in this case between the Propagator and the Tyrannax.
Really?
If I was playing alone, I would pick that.
Okay. Let's go for it.
I can't fight you, man. You got the remote.
Okay. I'll take the Tyrannex. Okay. Here's another tough one. Copper Mirror gives us acceleration.
Yep.
Shatter gives us another removal.
Which would really justify splashing red.
Right. And Nurok Replica is a very solid
Yeah.
staller.
I would say the Shatter.
I can't fight him on that one.
Okay. Shatter it is. Here.
Well, you could take the the Scrap Diver Serpent. That's beef.
It is, and it's better than it gets credit for.
Yeah.
Being unblockable, I mean, and for all intents and purposes, in this setting,
Mm-hmm.
it's unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have artifacts.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah. I like that. I completely forgot about that card, but
I mean, it's a little expensive, but if it's unblockable, it's a bargain. Ooh,
Life Staff.
probably the Life Staff.
Okay.
Either that or the Dark Steel Mirror just to chump with forever. You want the Golem Foundry. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm just saying, whenever you cast artifact, put counter on it. We have stuff that proliferates as well.
Yeah, we don't have very many artifacts in general.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at buying time,
Sure.
and I feel like Life Staff buys you time. But
Sure.
Chrome Steed.
Yep. Oh,
Bladed
man.
Pinions for
Silklaw?
the win. Surtark. What are we at for artifacts? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have that many, so Surtark's still a little dicey on whether or not.
Yeah, same thing with the Silklaw then. Let's go with the Pinions.
Okay.
Well, here we take the Surtark.
Or, we're already splashing red. We could take the Flameborn Hellion. It's a 5/4 with haste.
For 6.
Yeah.
Oh. I could take it. I'll take the Surtark just because I don't want to come up against it.
Invisimancer!
Invisimancer
I mean, I also like the
table,
Lumen Drake, but
but we probably won't Metalcraft,
Right.
so then it's 2 or 2.
Yeah.
I might take the Thrasher. I don't think he's going to make the deck, but
sure.
it would be more in that beef category. Or we could take the Golden Urn, which would, again, be more in the buying time.
Isn't this how you built that white deck?
Take the Thresher.
Hey, sweet.
So,
Yep.
why not? Okay.
Hot melted terrain.
This is going to be a very interesting build.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging because
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a real fine line here.
Okay. I know I want my
Your giant creatures.
green beef and emissary is a good way to trade advantageously.
Yep.
And Blight Mob is a good way to hold them off. I think I'm going to want those. But
Right.
I'm going to wait for a second and see where we go. So we have 4 creatures. If we go into blue, I have to take the Unanimous.
Yep.
That's without a doubt. Probably take the Invisimancer.
Yeah.
Because I like in the late game, if we end up with one of these guys out there, his end up coming into play. In the early game, I just like getting him on the board and going. Serum Raker, Darksteel Drake are 2 quality flyers.
Yep.
And the Scrap Diver Serpent probably would make the deck.
I think that's true. Okay.
Over in our artifacts,
We have the 2 Sylvok replicas first.
yes, those absolutely would make it.
Really wish we gotten a couple
The
Molder Beasts.
Iron
Iron
Mirror.
Mirror, the Gust Skimmer.
And the, do you want the Razorfield Thresher in there?
I don't know.
Just to throw them off. Like, what?
Is he really playing this?
How much does it cost?
It's 7. We're at 13 creatures. And I would like to get to 15 creatures. I don't think we can play the Chrome Steed.
No.
I don't think we're going to have enough artifacts
Nope.
to justify that.
My suggestion then, we would take I like the idea of having the core prowlers out there because I don't know.
You just like them.
Well, they're infectors and then they
Right.
proliferate. So when they do die, you're pretty much going to kill whatever it was that attacked them.
Right. They take out 3 3s, not 2 2s.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they
Proliferate.
And
if we have our own 1/1s out there from the anatomist, weakening other creatures, I just don't know.
Okay, if we were here and then wanted to support what we have going on here, I think we want our Galvanic Blast and we want our Shatter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I would almost say Fuel for the Cause as a counterspell.
Okay.
Quicksilver Geyser to bounce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually very tempted. I'm very tempted to include the 3 turn asides as anti-removal.
We could also do 2 turn asides, the Untamed Might, and the Mirren Metal. Or we could do all 3 turn asides and just the Untamed Might.
See, and I'm thinking like
You're thinking
Bladed
artifacts.
Pinions, Life Staff, getting something more on our...
Okay, we'll put those 2 in. Put the Bladed Pinions and the Life Staff in. Okay, that leaves us with 2 cards.
Right.
I say we put in 2 turn asides. And sideboard the Untamed Might if it comes to it. You think so? I'm telling you, I think that the chance of countering removal.
Oh no, I
huge.
am not arguing against the turn asides.
You're just thinking the Untamed Might.
Untamed Might has. You guys are good at playing that. You guys, at least John. I guess I can't speak for you, Bob, but I'm presuming you are no good at the board clearing stuff. But Untamed Might, you're a freaking savant at using this in order to cause problems for your opponents. There have been 3 games where that has been the card.
Right, but if we take Untamed Might, we cannot take a turn aside. Just 1 is not effective. we would have to take the flight spell bomb
Okay.
instead.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's
Which isn't the worst thing. Flight
Then-
spell
No.
bomb
Then-
replaces itself, or
And it
makes
gives
one
the
of
creature
these
fly.
guys fly overhead, or
so that could be the play.
mhm.
But fine. Play the turn of sights.
No, I'm just saying.
No. I put them in. That puts our curve really low. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's up to you, John. I mean, I can see it either way,
Mhm.
but it's either the
our
Untamed Might and
removal is relatively weak. Preventing their removal is about the next best thing we have.
yeah. I mean, if they exile our beef creatures, then we're dead.
Right. It's like, to me, it's whether they're playing Infect. If they're playing Infect, I don't think Turn Aside is really going to do what we want it to do,
True.
because they're planning on killing our creatures by
By withering them.
right.
Right.
Not to say that they wouldn't have Grasp of Darkness or something like that. I mean, it's still potential. If we're playing against like a white-red Metalcraft deck, then the turn asides are going to be huge,
Yes.
because they're going to be into the core. And
So then what we do is we play the Untamed Might and we play the Spell Bomb, and then we keep those in as sideboards for those two cards, depending on what colors we're playing against.
I could see that.
All right.
That's the play. It took several hours of drinking really shitty beer for that
To come up with that.
to come up with that plan.
Okay. Let me sort by color to see what they were doing. Dang it.
You did
What
it
am I
again.
doing? Okay.
Ah.
Our guy didn't win.
Well, at least there's.
It
Oh,
is.
wait, that's bad.
I think what it is saying is, look at all of these double blues.
Yep.
You are going to need a lot of blue. Maybe there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like,
Yep.
I want to be able to play a Blight Mamba or a,
Right. You don't want
emissary
to
early.
get caught without it.
Um,
I'm down with that.
So what does our actual curve look like?
Our curve is good, man.
yeah, the curve is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's solid.
I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Should we try?
Sure. What
Is
the
this
hell?
an 8-4?
Yeah.
Are we playing against 8-4 opponents?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop it, and we'll be back with round 1.